Welcome to Casual Talk English. Here you will learn real English through simple, everyday conversations. No grammar pressure, no textbooks, just natural English you can actually use. Let's talk and learn together.
Hey, Kylie, how are you doing today?
Oh, hey, Jordan. I'm doing pretty well, thanks. How about you?
I'm good. I just had my coffee, so I'm ready to go.
Coffee is so important, right? I can't start my day without it.
Same here. So, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I've been thinking about something interesting, actually. I was helping my little cousin with her English homework yesterday, and she was having so much trouble with prepositions.
Oh, prepositions. Yeah, those little words can be really tricky.
Right? Like they're so small, but they make such a big difference in sentences. I remember when I was in school, I used to confuse them all the time, too.
Me too. Even though English is our first language, prepositions can still be confusing sometimes. I can't imagine how hard it must be for people learning English as a second language.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. There are so many of them, and sometimes the rules don't even make sense.
Yeah, like, why do we say in the morning, but at night? It's kind of random when you think about it.
Right? Or why do we get on the bus but in the car? I never really thought about it until my cousin asked me, and I was like, I don't know why. That's just how we say it.
That's so funny. Sometimes we just learn things without knowing the reason behind them. So, what did you tell her?
Well, I tried to explain that prepositions are those little words that show relationships between things. Like they tell us where something is, when something happens, or how things are connected.
That's a good way to put it. They're like the glue that holds sentences together.
Yeah, exactly. But there are so many different types. Like there are prepositions of place, prepositions of time, prepositions of direction. It can get overwhelming.
For sure. Should we talk about some examples? I think that would help people understand them better.
That's a great idea. Let's start with prepositions of place, since those are pretty common.
Okay, so prepositions of place tell us where something is located, like in, on, at, under, above, between. There are quite a few.
Right. So, for example, we say, the book is on the table. The preposition on tells us where the book is.
And we say the cat is under the chair. The word under shows the cat's position.
Yes. Or the picture is on the wall. We use on for things attached to surfaces.
That's a good point. But then we also say the keys are in my pocket. We use in for things inside something else.
Exactly. My cousin kept mixing up in and on. She would say things like, the water is on the bottle instead of in the bottle.
Oh, that's cute. But yeah, that's a common mistake. In is for inside and on is on top of something.
Right. Another one she struggled with was at. Like, when do we use at?
That's a good question. We use at for specific points or locations, like I'm at the store or meet me at the coffee shop.
Yes. And we also use it for addresses, like, I live at 123 Main Street.
Oh, that's interesting. But we say I live on Main Street without the number.
You're right. We do. So it's at with a specific address, but on with just the street name.
See? This is what I mean. The rules can be really specific and sometimes confusing.
Totally. Let's talk about prepositions of time now. Those are important too.
Okay, so we use different prepositions depending on what time period we're talking about.
Right. We use in for longer periods like months, years, and seasons. For example, in January, in 2026, in the summer.
And we use on for specific days and dates, like on Monday, on January 14th, on my birthday.
Yes. And then we use at for specific times, like at 3 o'clock, at noon, at midnight.
But then we also say at night, even though night is kind of a long period.
Right. That's one of those exceptions I was talking about. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, but then we say at night.
English is weird sometimes.
It really is. My cousin was so confused about that. She kept asking, why? Why at night?
What did you tell her?
I just said, that's the rule, you just have to memorize it. I felt bad because I couldn't give her a better explanation.
Sometimes that's all you can say. Some things just don't have a logical explanation.
True. Oh, and another tricky one is in time versus on time.
Oh, yeah, those are different, right?
Yes. In time means with enough time to spare, like we arrived in time to see the beginning of the movie.
And on time means exactly at the scheduled time, like the train arrived on time at 8 a.m.
Exactly. But people mix them up a lot because they sound so similar.
That makes sense. What about prepositions of movement or direction?
Oh, those are interesting. We use words like to, into, onto, from, through, across, along.
Right. So I'm going to the store. The word to shows the direction of movement.
And the dog jumped into the pool. Into shows movement from outside to inside something.
Or the cat climbed onto the roof. Onto shows movement to the top of something.
Yes. And we use through when something goes from one side to the other, like we drove through the tunnel.
And across when something moves from one side to the opposite side, like she walked across the street.
Right. Oh, and along when something moves in a line beside something, like we walked along the beach.
These are good examples. You know what's also confusing? When prepositions are used with certain verbs.
Oh, you mean like phrasal verbs?
Exactly. Like look at, listen to, wait for, think about.
Oh my gosh, those are so hard. Even I sometimes don't know which preposition goes with which verb.
Right? Like, why do we say listen to music but hear music without any preposition?
I know. Or look at the picture, but see the picture without at.
It's because some verbs just need prepositions and some don't. There's not always a clear pattern.
Exactly. My cousin asked me why we say wait for someone and not just wait someone. I told her that wait needs the preposition for to make sense.
That's right. We say, I'm waiting for my friend, not I'm waiting my friend.
But then we say I'm meeting my friend, not I'm meeting for my friend.
Right. So each verb has its own rule about whether it needs a preposition or not.
This is making my head spin a little.
Mine too. But I think it's good to talk about this stuff because it helps us understand our own language better.
Absolutely. You know, another common mistake is with in and at when talking about places.
Oh yeah? How so?
Well, we generally use in for larger places like cities or countries, like I live in New York or she lives in the United States.
Right. And we use at for specific locations or buildings, like I'm at the library or she's at school.
Exactly. But sometimes people say I'm in school when they mean they're currently a student.
Oh, that's interesting. So I'm at school means I'm physically at the school building right now.
Yes. And I'm in school means I'm a student. I'm enrolled in school.
That's a subtle difference, but an important one.
Definitely. Oh, and what about between and among?
Ooh, good one. Between is for two things, and among is for three or more things, right?
Exactly. So we say the ball is between the two chairs, but the ball is among all the toys.
That makes sense. Although I feel like people use between for everything sometimes.
Yeah, I think among is less common in casual conversation, but it's still good to know the difference.
For sure. What about beside and besides?
Oh, those are tricky because they look so similar. Beside means next to something, like sit beside me.
And besides means in addition to or except for. Like, besides pizza, what else do you want to eat?
Right. Or I don't like anyone here besides you. It means except for you.
That's a good explanation. You know, I just thought of another confusing pair. in front of and in back of or behind.
Yes, we say the car is in front of the house and the car is behind the house or in back of the house.
Although I think behind is more common than in back of.
True. In back of sounds a bit more casual or regional, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, and what about above and over?
Those are interesting. They're similar but slightly different. Above usually means higher than something, like the plane is flying above the clouds.
And over can mean above something, but often implies movement or covering, like the bird flew over the house.
Right. Or put a blanket over the baby. It's covering the baby. But we also say the picture is over the fireplace, which just means it's hanging above it. So they can be used interchangeably sometimes, but not always.
Exactly. English is so complicated.
Really is. But you know what? I think the best way to learn prepositions is just to practice and listen to how native speakers use them.
I completely agree. It's all about exposure and repetition. The more you hear them used correctly, the more natural they become.
Yes, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn.
Absolutely. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes, so learners shouldn't feel bad about it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered another one. What about by and until?
Ooh, good one. Those can be confusing. By means before or at a specific time, like please finish this by Friday.
So it means it needs to be done anytime before Friday or on Friday at the latest.
Exactly. And until means up to that time, continuing, like the store is open until 9 p.m.
So it means the store stays open all the way up to 9 p.m. and then it closes.
Right. If you say the store closes by 9, it means it closes at or before 9, maybe even at 8:30.
Oh, that's a subtle difference, but important.
Definitely. What about during and for?
Oh, those are good ones. During is used with specific time periods or events, like I fell asleep during the movie.
And for is used with the length of time, like I slept for 2 hours.
Exactly. So during answers the question when, and for answers the question how long.
That's a really clear way to explain it. I like that.
Thanks. I learned that trick from a teacher years ago and it stuck with me.
It's a good trick. You know, we've been talking about so many prepositions. I'm starting to realize how many we actually use every day without even thinking about it.
I know, right? They're such small words, but they're everywhere. We can't really speak English without them.
True. They're like the connective tissue of the language.
That's a great metaphor. I'm going to remember that.
Thanks. So, if you had to give someone learning English one piece of advice about prepositions, what would it be?
I think I would say, don't try to memorize every rule. Instead, learn them in context, like in phrases or sentences that you'll actually use.
That's really good advice. Like, instead of just memorizing that on can be used for surfaces, learn phrases like on the table, on the wall, on the floor.
Exactly, because when you learn them in chunks like that, they become more natural and easier to remember.
I agree. And I would also say pay attention to how prepositions are used in songs, movies, and conversations.
Oh, that's a great tip. Listening to music is actually a fun way to learn.
Yeah, and movies and TV shows too. You hear how people naturally use prepositions in different situations.
Definitely. You know, this conversation has made me appreciate prepositions more. I never really thought about how complex they are.
Me too. It's one of those things you take for granted when it's your native language, but it's actually pretty fascinating when you break it down.
Absolutely. And I think having this conversation will help me explain things better to my cousin next time.
Yeah, you'll be a preposition expert now.
I don't know about expert, but at least I understand them better.
That's what matters. I think the important thing for learners to remember is that prepositions might seem confusing at first, but with practice, they become second nature.
Exactly. Just like with anything else in language learning, it takes time and patience.
Right. You can't expect to master them overnight.
No, definitely not. But every little bit of practice helps.
For sure.
Well, I think we covered a lot of ground today.
We really did. From prepositions of place to prepositions of time to all those tricky pairs like in and on.
And phrasal verbs and the difference between during and for and by and until.
Yeah, we talked about a lot.
I hope this helps people who are learning English. Prepositions can be tough, but they're so important.
I hope so too. And remember, everyone, it's okay to make mistakes. That's part of learning.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to practice and use prepositions in your own sentences.
Yes, the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become.
Well said. So, what are you doing for the rest of the day?
Oh, I'm going to meet some friends later at a cafe. We're going to have lunch and catch up.
That sounds nice. Wait, did you use a preposition there?
Yes, I said meet friends at a cafe. See, we use them all the time without even thinking about it.
Exactly. That's perfect. I'm going to go for a walk in the park later.
Ooh, another preposition, in the park. Smiles.
We're on a roll.
We really are. Okay, well, I should probably get going soon. I need to get ready.
Sounds good. Thanks for having this conversation with me. It was really interesting.
Thank you too. I learned a lot, and I had fun talking about this.
Me too. And to everyone watching or listening, keep practicing your English. Don't give up.
Yes, and remember, prepositions might be small, but they're mighty. Learn them step by step, and you'll get there.
Great advice. All right, Kylie, have a great rest of your day.
You too, Jordan. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.